Violet, I love you. Will you marry me?
She said, I love you, boy, I love you so.
This engagement party is a moment to celebrate a new future.
We're back for our next review, and let's hope that it takes just about 5 minutes and not 5 years like the engagement in our next review. Hello, everybody, and thanks for returning to ReelScreenReviews.com. I am, of course, movie critic Nick Iacobucci, happily joined by my returning guest critic, the lovely Debbie D'Angelo.
Of course.
The lovely Debbie D'Angelo. Thank you so much for being here. And our next movie review is The 5-Year Engagement. This movie opened in wide release on April 27th, 2012. It stars Jason Segel, Emily Blunt, and comes to us from director Nicholas Stoller. They're the team that brought us Get Him to the Greek and Forgetting Sarah Marshall. And without further ado, would you tell us a little bit about The 5-Year Engagement? I don't know. From the title, I'm really confused as to what it's about,
well,
but go ahead.
It's a romantic comedy that pairs Emily Blunt, who plays a psychology graduate student, with Jason Segel, who's a chef. And actually, unlike many movies where you'd think the culmination would be the engagement, this movie starts off with the engagement, and then the rest of the movie is the engagement.
Yes.
But it just kind of parallels the trials and tribulations of life and their relationship, and the fact that they never really make time to do anything. Married. They just stay engaged.
Yes. Well, I usually try and guess if you liked the movie or whether you did not like the movie. I'm going to say that you did like this movie.
I did.
I loved this movie. I think this is actually one of the best, most well-made, most interesting romantic comedies that I have seen in years. Not even like this year, I think in years. I mean, what did you like about it?
Well, I just laughed a lot.
I did too.
I thought it was
cracked
very comedic.
up in this movie. God. You know, I'll tell you, I found out after I saw this movie that Emily Blunt and Jason Segel are really close friends in real life, and she asked him to write a movie for her. And I think that chemistry between them being friends in real life more than easily translated to their relationship on the big screen. I really cared about these people. I really liked these people, both of them. They're a very odd combination for a movie couple. I mean, they are on two different planets almost, but they just work really well together. And I don't mean to keep rambling on here, but she worked really well with Benicio del Toro in The Werewolf. She worked really good with Matt Damon in The Adjustment Bureau, and now and she's proving herself to be a really quality leading lady.
What'd you think about his brother?
I thought his brother and the sister stole the show.
I thought so too.
They were absolutely hysterical. I thought they were great. I thought all the supporting characters in this film worked, really. Because there was the professor too, and you could have easily hated the professor.
Yes.
But you know what? I thought he added like a big dimension to this film, and he could have been like a real horrible person, and I don't think that he was.
No, very humanistic. He's a likable character. They're all likable characters. As you see, their friends and relatives getting married, having children, relatives dying, yet they are still in the same place.
Yes.
He goes through a rather of an adjustment period. Okay, I'll tell you one thing that I did like about this movie that was kind of a departure was the man actually sacrificed his career for his fiance's career, and typically you don't see that in the movie.
And I thought that was very original.
You probably don't see that in life a whole lot.
Yeah, I thought the movie was really original, and what you said, where there was a lot of people passing away, I thought, you know, it reminded me of the opposite of the Hugh Grant, Andy McDowell, 4 Weddings and a Funeral. This could have been 4 funerals and a wedding.
Yeah.
Because people are passing away like every half hour. And I'll tell you what though, I just thought that almost every aspect of this film worked. If I had to remotely nitpick, in my opinion, the only thing is it might have went on a little too long, maybe in the film's third act.
I kind of think in a way it's a little directionless. Like when I walked out of there, I thought, okay, now what was that movie about? Did I get anything from it? Well, not really, but I still liked it. I still had a good time. I thought it was funny. And
yes.
I think it's worth seeing.
I think it's more than worth seeing. I think actually, like I said, to reiterate what I put earlier, I really think it's actually one of the more enjoyable and interesting romantic comedies, and it's just like a breath of fresh air. And
no spoiler here, but I think it was a really creative and unique ending.
Yes, I agree totally, and I was just about to say, to build on that, director and writer Nicholas Stoller and writer and star Jason Segel, this is, I think, their 3rd or 4th collaboration. They wrote and directed and starred in Forgetting Sarah Marshall and The Muppet Movie, and now this, and Get Him to the Greek. They show a lot of range, these two guys. I mean, they can write family features, they can write really rated R features, and then they can write really rated R romantic comedies. And I think this is just like I said, this is just a breath of fresh air. It's something really fresh and original. I think it's something, once again, I will say, if you're getting dragged to this movie with your girlfriend, you're going to be thankful that she dragged you to see this one, because it's just a lot of fun.
I do too.
What's Debbie's real screen review? How many hearts are you going to give this?
I'm going to give it 3 hearts.
3 hearts.
Probably less than you're giving it, I take it.
Oh, absolutely. And this is once again, this is odd.
I
because
usually rate it a little higher.
I said the only thing I can possibly think of that would hold this movie back is it might get a little lengthy right at the tail end of the film. But I'm going to say this is 4 stars. I loved this movie.
4 stars.
I loved every bit of this movie. I loved the ending. I loved the beginning. I loved the characters. I think they took this movie in directions that most romantic comedies don't usually go or shy away from intentionally. And I just really had a great time watching this movie.
Yeah, I did
too.
too.
Nick's real screen review is 4 stars out of 4. Don't miss this.
3 hearts.
3 hearts and 4 stars.
That's a pretty good review.
That is a very good review. So Debbie, thank you so much for being here, and she'll be back shortly to review
Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows with Johnny Depp. But until then, we're not always right, but only when it comes to the movies. And thank you very much for your attention.
This is why we do not delay weddings.
The 5-year engagement.
What a cute little flower girl you'll be.
I'm Pocahontas.